drinking poggers for the first time. All right, code SupThomas, save 10%. Damn, that is a sour apple. Not bad, poggers. Not bad at all. What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? It's your boy SupThomas, and today I'm bringing you guys everything you need to know about Supreme Week 3 of Spring Summer 2025. We're gonna go through the full drop list. I'm talking about what I'm feeling for resale predictions, what I'm not feeling, and the return of Sleeper Item of the Week. Don't think I forgot about Sleeper Item of the Week, folks. And be sure to stick around to the very end of the video so you get my thoughts on the best items releasing. And with all out of the way, let's get right into it. And just before we get started, hit like if you guys enjoy Supreme content, subscribe to the channel, hit the noty bell so you can stay up to date every single time I post and go live. I'm gonna be going live this Thursday for Supreme Week 3 live cop. You won't want to miss it. It's always a good time. And then check out all my affiliate links in the description: Poggers Energy, New Balance, Champ Sports, all that jazz. And let's look at the full drop list right here, courtesy of Supreme Drops. And overall, this week is looking better than last, right? I think Aphex Twin was not everyone's cup of tea. For those of you that liked it, I'm very glad you copped. But we got some really cool, not only clothing items this week, but accessories too. And of course, the return of the box logo crew neck. Watch my video I did yesterday on everything you need to know about these box logos coming out from Supreme. Now let's get over to Supreme community and see how people have been voting on these items. And the first one up, we get the worldwide Tricot track pants, which are Japanese poly Tricot. I think these are properly rated towards the bottom of the drop list. I don't really see the full vision here. I mean, I understand they're printing the names of all the stores, which is cool. And by the way, I was in Daikenyama at the beginning of the video, if you were wondering about the background change. I do love the Supreme kanji, the 94, the Supreme script logo. It's hit or miss, world famous. This is a perfect example of good idea, bad execution. Let's move on. We're gonna give this a downvote. The open knit crusher, 60 bucks. Okay, I think this is kind of sick, especially this colorway right here. I like this. It's a crusher hat. It's got a knitted design. Looks like your grandma made it. I mean, I would definitely wear this right here. I probably wouldn't pay 60 bones for it, right? But I think this is a cool piece that in my opinion is just not in style right now. I don't know what it is about crushers. I feel like they're always on the come up. They're about to pop off and then they never really do. I rock with them. I've been fucking with bucket hats for a long time. So we'll see what happens with this guy. I'm upvoting it and I think you should upvote it too. Let's rig this election in favor of the open knit crusher. All right, the mini plaid short sleeve shirt, getting closer to an even like dislike ratio. 138, I will say, for a shirt like this is about $20 too expensive. This should be 118, preferably under 100 bucks. Let's be realistic here. It says Supreme, barely. It's a plaid shirt, and this is, in all intents and purposes, kind of dorkcore. Let's be real. This is dorkcore through and through. You're wearing it ironically, or I could just be a hater of this type of plaid. But man, this was that type of the kid in elementary school who got made fun of for the glasses. Hey, you know, it happens. I was that kid at one point. I got bullied for having glasses. It is what it is. Thank God I was wearing Pokemon shirts and not one of these though. That's not to say you shouldn't cop it. If you like it, I would go for it, but you can get plenty of plaid shirts that do this at the thrift store for $5. You could buy 27 of these before even getting to the base cost before tax and shipping if you bought a $5 version, but that's just me. Hey, it's a Supreme video, I know. We're not talking about the thrift store, okay? Okay. The worldwide Tricot track jacket. What the fuck was that Viner always used to say? He did the Jay-Z voice.
Jay-Z goes to the market.
Y'all got any cheese? Beyonce wants cheddar. Chips Ahoy for you, boy.
I don't know. This is slightly better than the pants for whatever reason. Maybe people can put up with the bullshit on their jackets more than their pants. I'm not quite sure. The back certainly looks a lot better. If it was just this, hey, not too terrible. Even just the shoulders and the sleeves. But then you got this. It's just the combination, guys. Pick one. If it was all diagonal, it'd be fine. If it was all vertical, that could be cool. But it's a mix. Harajuku. It's just randomly the only one that's vertical, right? These other ones are just flipped 90 degrees. This one's backwards. It's a whole mess. This is messy. It's dirty. It doesn't look professionally done. And not many people are going to notice it's Supreme right off rip, and it's just going to look bad. So I think it deservedly at this spot on the list. Crest zip up hooded sweatshirt, folks. Brushback fleece with beaded velvet applique. An embroidered logo. Original artwork by Sean Crawford. Who is Sean Crawford? Well, let's ask some AI. All right, I'm going crazy with the Twitter prompt. I'm gonna try to also include a picture of it and see if that helps. I said, explain Sean Crawford and his art he has done for the Supreme clothing brand. I guess that wasn't the best phrasing, but we'll see. Yes, this is the artist he has done. Dude, this is not helpful at all. They just basically replied to the image. All right, Sean Crawford is a New York multimedia artist, primarily recognized for his roots in graffiti and his innovative approach to garment customization, particularly through tie-dye. Very sick. Here's the boy, Sean Crawford, and some of his work. Very cool, very much fits in line with the Supreme ethos. I totally understand why they would have picked him for this piece. And we're back to it. Wish we could see more of it. Here we go. That's a great picture. So we got a Supreme velvet applique and an R Crest logo. This is super sick. I love European family crests. I have one for the Finn family, and I've always thought that was something that was really cool, that my family like has a crest. Something to be proud of for your ancestors, the one that came before, your forefathers. It's like Game of Thrones or some shit, right? $188 for a collab, for some velvet. Not a horrible price. Will this resell? Maybe, maybe not. I don't think so, but I could always be wrong. The zip up is clean, and I say black colorway, easily best one with the purple and gold. It looks the best. I'll give it an upvote. The paneled piping long sleeve top. All right, I know we just got into the video. We're only a couple pieces in, but I think this is sleeper item of the week, and I'm gonna tell you why. It's a nice long sleeve top. I like the paneling here. It's this two-tone split, especially the colorways are great. These side letters, I've always liked long sleeve tops that do this particular Supreme font. Don't know what it is, could just be me, but we got the Neapolitan edition, the all black for folks that don't want to risk it. And then I also like these two other ones. I think all 4 colorways, which this is a pretty rare occurrence. In terms of actual resale, being realistic, I don't think this is really a good piece to go for to flip. But in terms of a personal item, I like it quite a bit, and maybe you will too. The cargo pant, keeping it very simple. Maybe last week you wanted Aphex Twin cargo pants, but you didn't want to pay $228, and now, of course, you don't want to pay resale because, well, let's be real, you don't need to and should never have to pay resale. You should only ever be on the selling end of that, guys. Let's be real here. But these are clean. If you got plenty of things you got to put in your pockets and you refuse to carry a bag, well, do I have some pants for you. $178 all cotton. Let's freaking go, dude. I'll give those an upvote. The mental short sleeve top. More like mental short sleeve slop, okay? Just kidding. This is a cool logo. I probably wouldn't wear it, but it's one of those classic Supreme short sleeve cotton jerseys. And I wish they would return to the word on the front, like the drama shirt. We've had a couple other ones that I can't remember right now. I own the drama shirt because I think it's funny. They're getting a little too fancy. I just liked it when they had a simple word. It was 68 bucks. It was like an expensive t-shirt. These are great for layering. They're great in the early spring. I would say summertime, it's probably going to get a bit hot to wear, but it depends on your climate and environment. Best colorway for this, black and olive, pretty solid. Wonder if that will sell out. Probably not, but you never know. Okay, the sport zip up hooded sweater. I know a lot of people were digging this piece. I was hating on it. I'm gonna be real. I was hating on this in the preview. Maybe I just don't see the vision like that. I think it's the handmadeness to it. This is not even, and I think that's what some people like. America spec. I've called the America spec out recently, like it's gonna do well. It hasn't done well for me yet, or for people that buy it. I've never bought any of the America things. So I'm gonna say not this one either, not the Colgate toothpaste colorway. The black on black will probably be the best. It's tough though. This is kind of Seattle Seahawks-ish. This is kind of no one, maybe some alternative, but this is like New York Giants, America, Patriots. You could do a lot of things with that. $228 all cotton. We'll see what happens. It's a sports jersey, pretty unique piece as well. So I'd say good chance of it selling out and potentially reselling. We'll keep our eyes out on it. I guess I'll give it an upvote. The Bones box logo New Era. Now all you New Era heads need to tell me, are you copping this thing? I think it's a bit bizarre, little rib cage on the cranium, but do your thing, Supreme, let them cook. Other than that, pretty typical New Era. These always end up selling out at some point. I would say camo one would be the one to take a look at. maybe pink. But I don't know, that S logo took a while to sell out, so maybe pink's light is fading a bit? Who knows? All right, probably the most controversial item releasing this week. Well, not the most controversial, but one of them is the Praises varsity jacket. We got a lot of stuff here. Wool blend with cowhide leather sleeves, fill and quilted satin lining, which is comfy. I do like a satin lining. And you got the rest of the details here. Front zip closure, stripe rib collar, felt and chenille applique at front, sleeves, and back. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, did they really have to tell us that? This piece is interesting, man. It's a great idea, a good concept, but the execution is just so busy. For the right person, I think this is an awesome piece, and I know someone is gonna say this is their favorite Supreme item of the season. It's that person's out there. If you're in the comments, please drop your reasoning for why you like this piece down below, as opposed to a more muted varsity jacket. But I think I just answered my own question. It's not muted, it's crazy. It's taking it to the nth degree and just seeing how much they can get away with. To be honest, this is a ton of embroidery. I will say, damn, black looks kind of dope. Black doesn't look too bad and is growing on me. I'd say if you go for this piece, I said navy because it's the preview and it's in the lookbook, but the colorways on this, it's like you got the serial killer newspaper cutout letter on the back with all these colorways. Green, at least you get blue and white. Okay, it's a little more muted, maybe a bit louder on the garment color with the leather and the felt, but then black is just the most muted version of this piece. I gotta say, doesn't look half bad. $5.98. I'm giving it an up, both guys. I'm doing it. Block knit beanie. Now we're back to a 3 colorway handmade looking beanie. Is this the first week that your boy goes for one? Probably not. I don't like this beanie too much. I don't think it's gonna have that same level of resale that previous handmade ones have. Why, you ask? I don't know. I think it just looks kind of mid. What do you guys think though? It is upvoted decently high, so maybe it's worth it to throw it on the freaking cart, but we'll have to wait and see. I will say that beanies have been doing fairly well and the low cost of entry isn't terrible, but $60? Ah man, 40 would have been great on the block knit beanie. I'm gonna give it a downvote. I don't like it. License plate, 6 panel. Now we're getting warmer in terms of what I'm copping this week. I thought about going for these, but just a bit silly in terms of an actual practical item that I would wear on a regular basis. I do kind of enjoy the concept though. Colorways are great as well. And I do love that they use a 3 for the first E. Just reminds me of license plate vanity culture, which your boy has been a part of, well, ever since I got my Nissan 370Z before I crashed it. And that's a story for a different day. But this hat, pretty cool. $48, not a bad price either. Probably not much resale, at least for a while. Windstopper insulated hooded jacket would have been great as a winter piece. Releasing this in the springtime is like, bruh moment. If you really like the colorway, maybe go for it, but I wouldn't buy this to resell. This pattern too, it's unique, yes, but I just don't think it looks that great. It's like a bark camo kind of a deal, and then purple and black. Nothing really special, but it is there if you need it. Floral jacquard camp cap, $60. Ooh, I remember liking this a bit during the preview. I'm kind of on the fence with how I feel about it right now. The red is kind of dope. We don't see a lot of red floral patterns like that, tonal, so that's kind of neat. Pink and red is okay as well. We'll see what ends up happening with this hat, but people seem to like it. I don't know why it's so high up on the list. This might be a ratio in terms of the actual Droplist voting system, so I think that's what's going on here. I guess I'll upvote it. And the first accessory, here we are, boys. The Odyssey record case for $148. And I have forgot to mention, these are price estimates, even though Drops and Supreme Community have these all priced out on their respective platforms. It is their best estimate. It could always be different, but they do their best and they're about 90% accurate. Okay. What is this exactly? It's a utility case with fully foamed lined interior compartment and stackable construction, removable lid, thank God, lockable butterfly latch, and 4 bottom rubber feet. Okay, metal logos. You got 70 LPs and 12-inch records. It's a really weird number. So it's like 70 quantity and 12-inch records. Is it 70 LPs and 70 12-inch records? I don't know. But those are the dimensions. You can measure them out yourself. I'm sure if you look up Odyssey record case, you can find out the dimensions. You guys can look it up yourselves. I think this is gonna sell out. Easy cop for any music collector. Easy cop for someone that wants something that they can put something else into. right? Big old stack heads, as I call them, you know, the hoarders. And of course, the box logo. Here it is. We talked about it yesterday, but the silk screen printed box logo. People are hating on it. It's the worst box logo Supreme's ever released. I don't want to buy it. I'm gonna not cop it this week. I'll see you on Thursday. I'll see you on Thursday when you're in my stream debating on what colorway to get. I'll see you. Oh yeah, I know you're angry. Very angry. Worst box logo. Yes, I know. See you Thursday. And last but not least, the best item releasing this week, of course, is the Supreme license plate. 36 bucks, whatever it's gonna be. Drops has 36. He originally had 48, and Supreme Community also says 36 bucks. But we got a replica metal license plate with an embossed graphic 6 by 12 inches. This is awesome. I wanna put this on my car if I go to a car show or, you know, wanna run from the cops. This is the newest item that Supreme is not exactly encouraging illegal behavior, but they're not exactly not helping you. It's like, hey, if you put this on your car, is it illegal? Yes, if you're on the street, but I'm probably just gonna put it on my wall. It's still very cool. It looks like a New York license plate. I love it. You can put it on your car. What else is there to say? I'm a car guy. It says Supreme on it. It's simple. Monkey brain, like car, release car thing with Supreme, like. People love it. Upvote. It's so easy. I think resale potential is pretty high on this as well. I'm gonna try to get a couple of these, maybe just 2. I don't know. Maybe 1 to flip, 1 to rip, 1 to smoke, 1 to toke. I got up at 4:30 this morning, guys. I'm going crazy. But there it is, folks. That is the week 3 full drop list. What do y'all think about this week in terms of items? You could consider it another slow week, a sleeper week with a couple decent items, but we got box logos coming out, man. We got an awesome accessory in the license plate and the record holder. I think that's great. Knit Crusher, consider it. The long sleeve guy, we got the paneled piping long sleeve top. Sleeper item of the week, Alphabet Soup varsity jacket. The black one really grew on me in this video. And then another handmade beanie. Who knows what'll happen? Maybe it'll be $700. They released 10 of them. Who's really to say? But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you're copping down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, comment if you liked, dislike if you hated it, and check out all the sponsors. Shout out to Poggers. Code SupThomas, 10% off. All that jazz. Peace. Yeah.